Welcome back. Well, if you or your family owns or are thinking about buying a diesel car, experts say look out for a massive repair bill, with some needing major engine work after only 40,000 Ks. Here's Hendrik Gout.
Diesels 20 years ago, trucks, tractors and dirty. Today, more than 1 in 5 cars run on diesel, and every year the number goes up, a 57% increase since 2012. And if you've got one, you may have made the wrong choice.
Probably the most concerning and costly is with a piece of equipment called a diesel particulate filter, or DPF. When those don't get up to the correct temperature, they're starting to clog, and they're not a serviceable item. They need to be replaced, and we've seen bills up to about $10,000 to replace that part.
Commercial diesels can expect 200,000 or 300,000 kilometres between engine rebuilds. You might get away with just a fraction of that.
So to see it as low as 40,000 to 60,000 kilometres, which is when these problems are starting to become apparent, that's very concerning.
Daniel Gardner, a writer with Wheels magazine, says buying a diesel is starting the clock on a financial time bomb. Because, he says, most people don't drive their diesels like to be driven.
If a diesel is under the bonnet of your car, it likes to be worked hard, long trips, loaded up with kids, towing a trailer, that will keep your diesel happy. If you're just doing short trips, people in their daily commute are probably only doing half-an-hour journeys, little trips to the shops, is not getting up to temperature, then that's when we're starting to see these problems.
We're finding that every 60 to 80,000 Ks we're having to pull the intakes apart because they're either lacking power, blowing smoke, or the customers are having the issue with the pipework popping off and the car going into a limp home mode, and then they're undrivable. Basically the cars are stuck on the side of the road.
Hayden Lee at Southern Performance Centre, Lonsdale, says there's another common problem: contaminated oil from a breather line getting into the fuel air intake. The result, this, a build-up of sludge, carbon, inside the engine.
By having that carbon build up, it does actually cause the vehicle to use more fuel.
Hayden recommends, in the breather pipe, an aftermarket filter and oil catch can.
So fitting the catch can catches the oil from that system, stops that problem, and also prolongs the life of having to clean that intake system out.
At the Edwardstown factory of high-performance diesel, Dave Mitchum has spent hundreds of thousands of dollars designing and manufacturing just such a solution.
When we started looking at a lot of diesels, we noticed they had a lot of excess blow-by and a lot of oil getting caught in the inlet manifold. So we decided to build a product that's going to be universal and allow the oil to fit in all these vehicles.
Last year, Scott Anthony bought an expensive Isuzu D-Max and fitted the catch can.
So instead of all that oil going straight back through the engine, that catch can is going to pick it up and it's going to keep the engine nice and clean.
Independently, you think that this is a good idea to do to a diesel car?
It sure is, yes.
Meanwhile, the number of diesel vehicles continues to increase. Wheels magazine suggests before you go down that road, do your homework.
Talk to the manufacturer, see how they recommend using this car, and if you're only doing very short trips and not working the car particularly hard, absolutely a petrol might be the way to go, definitely.